Post-pregnancy hair loss is something which most of us moms suffer. I think 90% of us go through this issue. It's like, wow, we delivered a baby, but then we're losing out hair. And hair is a very important part of your body. It's not necessary that you need to be, this is after pregnancy that you're losing hair. You can use the tips and tricks that I'm going to give you in this video, even if you're not having a post-pregnancy hair fall, but you're having hair fall, like severe hair fall just in general. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Monica and today we're going to be discussing about hair loss. Yes, just to give you a short brief, I had colored my hair like few years ago. I had colored my hair red and put bleach in it, but it's a very strong hair color, and what happened is my hair became really pinkish red, and then I didn't wait for 18 days. I actually went and recolored it and then recolored it to get a little lighter shade because it became like pinkish red. And I did this with few friends, and my hair got really damaged. And then afterwards, I have wavy, curly, unmanageably weird curly hair, and I used to straighten it. I used to straighten it almost every day, and I never put any spray. I never took care of my hair, and I never even used to oil it properly because I didn't have the time, of course. I was pretty careless with my hair, and so I didn't realize at that time that my hair is going to be this bad. But after my delivery, I had comparatively longer hair, but after my delivery, my hair, it looked miserable, it felt miserable, and kids have a habit of pulling hair, and my baby still is, who loves to pull hair. So the minute he would see my hair, he'd just grab onto it and pull it. And the worst thing that could happen is you'd see his hand filled with hair. And I started freaking out, and I went, and the first thing that I did, the first and the most important thing I did is I chopped my hair really short, like really, really, really short. I in fact chopped my hair before pregnancy, before I delivered my baby as well, when I was pregnant, because at that time I just, I could see the split ends getting worse, and I could see how horribly my hair was reacting with the change in hormones in my body. And so I went and chopped it. But then after baby was born, I just made it really short because I couldn't see him pull out hair from me and look at me like that. And I always had this thought that, oh my god, I'm going to turn bald, and I don't know how to manage that out right now. So I did a lot of things staying home. First and foremost, I did a lot of research, and none of those researches actually worked out very well for me, and I was pretty freaked out till the time my mom gave me few tips. Now these tips take time. I'm not saying they work out immediately. They take time, but gradually they will work, 100% work. Of course, if you're allergic to any of those things, then you don't take it. First check it out if you can have it, if it's good for your health, for your body. If it suits you, then please do try it out. So without wasting time, I'm going to get into tip number 1. So tip number one is one of the most essential things, and that is oiling your hair. So I don't use a normal oil. I have mentioned this in my previous video in which I was talking about dandruff. So the oil I use is made out of onion juice. So normal parachute coconut oil, when we boil it, we cook it, we bring the bottle, we open it, we cook it, and we cut onions and put inside it, and a lot of curry leaves in it, and we literally fry it. We cook the onions and the curry patta in it. If you want to grate and put it, you can grate and put it, but I think that's just going to splatter a lot because of the onion water in it, right? So we chop it and we put it, and I use that oil. I use it almost at least twice or thrice a week. Now I use it less, but otherwise I used to use it a lot previously when Augie was younger, so I could manage to spare that much time for myself. Now I can't do that because he's grown up and running around, and I can't manage that much time for myself. But I still manage to keep the oil on my head for 1 hour at least before a bath. Not every day, but every 3 days or so, I will oil my hair. So oiling is very important. After you oil, one more thing I had mentioned is I steam my hair. I give steam to my hair every time I oil my hair, or I do any other method as well on my hair. If it's external, then definitely a steam goes in. If you have a steamer, you can use a steamer, but with my baby, that's kind of risky because he loves the steamer. He thinks we're going to go out for outings the minute he sees the steamer, so he'll just jump onto it. So what I do is I take a face towel, or a hand towel, and I dip it in hot water, really hot water, squeeze it and then wrap it around my hair for 2 minutes till the time the hair gets all the heat. Then I'll remove the towel, soak it again. I'll repeat that process thrice just before I'm going for a bath, and then I'll go for a bath. So I'll keep the oil on for 1 hour, steam it, have a bath, and voila, I'll come out with good hair. This takes time to work, but it definitely works. Moving on to point number 2. So point number 2 is curd. So what happens in my house, what we do is we rarely buy curd from outside. What we do is we use whatever's the remaining end of the curd. We'll make curd at home with milk, because that's how we do it always, my mom. So we make curd at home with a fresh packet of milk. So whenever there's new curd being made, so whatever the excess of the old curd is, once you mix it in the new milk, and then whatever is remaining is given to me for a hair mask. So I give a lot of masks, spas to my hair. So say for example, if I'm going to have a head bath today, which I don't wash my hair every day, I wash my hair every alternate day. I don't wash my hair every day, because if you shampoo it and then you comb it, as I said, I have wavy curly hair. I never comb my hair when my hair is wet, because then I will lose more hair. I will let it dry out a little bit from the roots, from the scalp, and then I brush my hair carefully by removing the knots from the bottom and then going upwards. That's one thing you need to keep in mind, because most of us end up losing hair because we just brush our hair very badly. It's very rough. You shouldn't do that. Okay, be careful while you brush your hair or you comb it. So curd. So just before I go for a head bath, I will take the remains of the curd. So today, if there's a little extra curd left before she makes a new one, then that curd will come to me. I'll apply it on my hair. Now I don't apply it on my scalp, because I tend to catch cold really soon, and I don't wish to get cold with baby, because if I fall sick, he's going to get it from me, right? So I don't apply it on my scalp. What I do is I take the curd, I'll beat it nicely, and then I'll take strands of hair and I'll massage it. So I'll give each strand a little massage like that. I'll partition my hair and massage it nicely. Then again, once I've done massaging it, hot water, towel, head. Repeat it thrice, go for a bath. I don't keep it on my head for more than 10 minutes because I can't afford to keep it on my head for more than 10 minutes. My baby will be up. If you can keep it, definitely try it out. For me, I can't do it. Another thing that I try for my hair is, if you're having dandruff, I mentioned in the previous one, I use lemon. So one of the weeks, one of the hair washes will be oil, then one will be lemon, and one will be curd. So now 3 things that I use on my head for a healthy scalp, good shiny hair, and to see that the damage is less and I can grow more hair. When you put oil and you massage, you're increasing the circulation of blood flow in your scalp, which leads to hair growth. So moving on to the third point. So the third point is something that you might have heard from a lot of people, because that is something which is very common and it is something which really works, and that is methi dana. So methi seeds are really good. Those tiny little things are very good for your hair. They're bitter as hell, but they're really good. So what we do is, when my mom first told me that these small tiny bitter things can actually help you, I didn't believe her. And now if you tell me that, of course I'll believe, because it has shown results on my head. What we do is we soak 5 methi danas, 5 seeds in a small glass of water overnight, and in the morning I drink it. You have to literally swallow that bitter thing. So you have it and you're done. Methi dana, if you read it anywhere on the internet, you will come to know, is the best for hair growth, okay, and to solve hair fall problems, especially when it comes to post-pregnancy. In fact, methi is very good even for your milk. So it's good that you have it. It's not something which is going to interfere with, because that's the only thing that you're going to consume, right? In all the DIYs that I'm giving you right now for post-pregnancy hair loss, this is the only thing that you need to consume. And even if you're consuming this is not going to be harmful for your baby. In fact, it is pretty good for your baby. Even your baby's hair will be nice and good. And not only hair, in fact, your skin, baby's skin also will be good, because methi has a lot of lot of benefits. You can read about it on Google because it's really long, and if I sit to speak about it, that's just me wasting time, right? So check it out on the internet. Check out about methi dana. Do try this out. If you're, I don't think anyone is allergic to methi, but if you are, then please don't try it. If you're not, and if you can have it, then it is 5 methi danas. Soak it overnight in a glass of water, and then early in the morning have it. Moving on to my final tip. So my final tip is something very strange. So in my house, whenever there's vegetable made, okay, any curry, so potatoes or carrot or anything, so the covers, the skin, you know, my mother will first nicely scrub it because we don't want any infection in the house. So the clean vegetables, the skin that is left, or say for example we had a fruit, a banana or an apple, because you have to peel the skin for baby can't have the skin. So whatever remains are there of the vegetable skin, or I'm not saying onion skin, okay, not the onion skin because that you can't really grind, but otherwise potatoes, bananas, carrots, including beetroot, all of that, my mother will grind it up and she'll keep it as a paste before I go for a bath, and I'll apply it all over my hair and keep it. Now the best part is I don't only apply it on my hair, I apply it on my face as well. So one thing is there that we believe in my house, that if you can have something, if something is good for you to eat, it is going to be good for your external body as well. So this is one of the masks that I apply, and it is wonderful. Of course, the day I put beetroot, as soon as I wash my face and come out, I look nice and funky pink. But that's something I do, and it has helped my skin and my hair. Yes, do try these out. Let me know in the comments if you like them. If you're going to try the vegetable ones, tell me what's good for you, what you like. You will end up having a nice shine. So yes, of course, after I apply it, I'll leave it on for some time, and then I'll go wash my hair with shampoo. Only the days when I'm oiling my hair, I will use a conditioner. When it's curd or these vegetables, I do not use a conditioner until, and of course, my hair doesn't feel very rough. That's because the shampoo that I use has a conditioner mixed. So I don't really use that much of conditioner because I have oily scalp but dry skin. So I don't know how to explain it. It's really dry, so I tend to catch dandruff, but at the same time it'll get really oily really quick. You know, the secretion of oil is fast. So I don't use too much of conditioner. If I do, if my hair is feeling really rough, it will only be on the tips and the edges of the hair, otherwise no. So that's all I have for today. Please let me know if you like this video. If you've tried any of these things, let me know in the comments. If you're going to try, let me know in the comments. And once you try it, please do let me know in the comments. And if there's anything else that you have tried and it has worked, do let me know in the comments so that I can try it too. Apart from that, all I want to say is please like. If you've liked this video, share it with your friends and family, and do subscribe to my channel for more DIYs. You can contact me on the email ID provided below. Also, my Instagram ID links are given down, so you can reach out to me and ask me any of your queries, and I'd be happy to make a video on that. For now, bye-bye.